Orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. The support group for hot, sexy, fit people who have lots of orgasms. It is really hard being in this category. Seriously, it is. A lot of hard work, like every day. Hours spent surfing, swimming, going to the gym, running, fucking, doing inner emotional processing, clearing blocks, and having orgasms. Being a visible minority like this is tough. I saw a stat that 1 in 25,000 Americans have visible abs. That is 0.004%. Like I said, a visible minority. We gotta stick together and support each other. For me, it is a fantastic day when I feel like I've learned something new or challenged myself in some way. I step out beyond what I know into new territory. I grow. I change. I love the idea if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So the question becomes, are you living at your edge? Are you finding ways to deliberately move out of your comfort zone and beyond? Everything we do or don't do registers in and on us. Unresolved trauma and pain settles in as a cyst or a growth or a mysterious leg ailment. A broken heart that never healed remains as a heaviness we carry with us everywhere we go. Depression, cynicism, and some extra pounds. All of our sexual guilt and shame gets internalized, and they show up as difficult periods, crazy menopause, PCOS, endometriosis, premature ejaculation, and erectile issues. All the things we don't say to stand up for ourselves get stuffed inside of us, and they manifest as throat and thyroid issues from stifling our voices, truths unspoken, baggage collected and never unpacked. The body holds it all like a filing cabinet until or if we deal with it, until or if it gets grieved and purged and healed. When I see fit, athletic bodies, I know the toil that goes into them. I know the daily, hourly, minute-by-minute choices that people make. The choice to get up and go to the gym when we just don't feel like it. The urge to check out and numb ourselves with extra food and put ourselves into a sugar or carb coma, or to reach for nutrient-dense foods that optimize our bodies and minds. We choose to elevate or denigrate. We choose to be conscious or go more unconscious. The choice to not check out or numb out or band-aid ourselves is an act of supreme self-love. I admire that. It literally turns me on. In fact, I would say that one of my primary love languages is insane self-discipline. People who take on challenges and conquer them. People with the courage to face and slay their demons. Big, big turn on. My vagina tingles just talking about it. One of my other love languages is courage. Again, huge turn on, makes me melt. Bold, decisive actions, people who don't back down and instead they go barreling into the abyss. I fucking love it. So when did mediocrity and cowardice become so fashionable? When did failure become something to strive for? I feel like this has been in the ethers for at least a decade when people started coming onto my Instagram saying, hey, why don't you ever show pictures of normal bodies? By normal, do you mean overweight and not fit? Never. I never promote a lack of self-discipline or self-love as something positive. You too can go to the gym. And funnily enough, now that people are guzzling Ozempic, now that the price of admission for weight loss is no longer self-discipline, but taking drugs, the voices of fat acceptance have suddenly shut the fuck up. Will wonders never cease? And then we have this ridiculous privilege idea. I thought this was dead and that people had finally had enough, but Time magazine gave it a last gasp with an article in September, and I can't even say this without laughing, how toned arms became a status symbol and an impossible standard. The article talks about how fitness is the domain of people with privilege. Specifically, toned arms are the new symbol of it. No, bitch, anyone can lift weights, eat healthy, and poof, it's magic. Toned arms. Actually, it isn't magic at all. It's the direct result of these actions. No more, no less. Anyone can do it. But the status symbol piece, okay, I'll take that, because in the sense that self-discipline, self-love, striving to be better, facing your demons, these are all qualities of someone with high status. These are signs of someone who loves themselves enough and has the internal strength to make intense, disciplined choices all day, every day. In that sense, this is 100% correct. This is the ultimate status symbol, a body that is svelte, toned, well-defined, a body that's athletic, capable, powerful, a body that is sensual, open, orgasmic, and well-fucked. A mind that chooses positive, loving, and disciplined actions. What could be higher status than that? Nothing. Your body, your physique, your energy that is born out of making these constantly life-affirming choices, all of this energy is written all over you. It's what you wear into the world. It's your business card. Walking, talking, radiating. It reflects the truth of who you are. In the quiet, private moments when no one is watching, when you still make these choices. I once said that Flab on the body is representative of Flab in the mind. Self-indulgence, excuses, rationalizations of why you can't. And some people got really offended. Who fucking cares? The truth is the truth. You can lie to yourself, you can lie to other people, but your body doesn't lie to you. Your emotions don't lie to you. You can ignore and override them. That's your choice. But you can only suppress the truth for so long before it erupts over like a volcano, and it spews hot molten lava all over your carefully constructed and delusional narratives. Cat's out of the bag. My philosophy, the Anami way, is that there is a solution for everything and a natural one. We just need to find it and be open to it existing. And I'm talking about root cause resolution, not the use of Band-Aids, which I talked about extensively in last week's podcast called Study Bros, Hormone Hoes, and Biohacking Bitches. The Anami guarantee is that everyone can. All of the wild, fantastic, mind and body-blowing experiences I talk about and our well-fucked all-stars talk about, these things are available to everyone. It's just like getting fit and having a ripped physique. Anyone and everyone can do this. It's a formula. You eat high protein, nutrient-dense foods, you track your macros, your calories, you exercise, you build muscle, and voila, you are fit. It's the same in Anami land. You clear your internal blocks, you dismantle your walls and defenses, and you train yourself to leap into the abyss of emotional and sexual abandon, and you sexually self-realize. I am an equal opportunity optimist. I do not indulge people's reasons why they can't. I spend all of my time encouraging them that they can and then showing them how to. Kim, where do you get off saying that all women can orgasm? I get off left, right, and center, bitch. On the kitchen counter, in the car, on the boat deck, up the ass, and all over the planet. Kim, who do you think you are telling women they can lubricate naturally? Apparently, I'm the only sex coach who has the courage and the knowledge to tell the truth. All women, pregnant, postpartum, in menopause, into their 80s, and when I say all, I mean all women can lubricate naturally at every age and stage. A few years ago, I saw a woman, a sex coach actually, talk about the problem with lube shaming. Yes, you heard that right. She thinks that telling women they can lubricate naturally and don't need lube is a form of shaming them. She who uses lube. This is more of this rapidly fading ideology of whiners and slackers. This is more of this rapidly fading ideology of whiners and slackers trying to justify where they do not need to do the inner work. She perfectly encapsulates a concept I've spoken about before, lube and the demise of the American dream. The American dream used to mean that anyone could do anything. Anyone could work hard and achieve massive success. It was this idea that made people want to come to America and toss their hats into the ring, because the promise was that anyone could if they applied themselves enough. Those days are mostly over because the dominant messaging is now, it's so hard. There's no solution. Only Band-Aids. You don't even bother trying. You will never succeed. Just take our drugs instead. Except in Anami land, the American dream is still alive and well in these parts. Over the recent years, I've had people attack me for my crazy assertions, like telling people that all women can orgasm, guaranteeing it, actually, because yes, every woman can. And here's that theme again. Vaginal, life-changing orgasms are earned. You cannot just take a pill and have an orgasm. You punch and fuck through the detritus in your heart and vagina, and you find them waiting for you to show up vulnerably, to surrender, to open yourself, to remember or discover what it's like to live life with a raw heart and unguarded pussy. Kim, how dare you tell the guys to man up? Because that's what every woman wants her man to do. Dare. All day, every day. She wants him to bend her over and fuck her senseless until all the whiny, clingy shit is literally fucked out of her. Being a legendary supercock and an all-night fucker is cultivated. Hours of practice and commitment make you the most memorable cock a woman has ever had. Your face, your physique, your orgasms, or lack thereof, all tell a story. Sure, anyone can go out and buy new tits or a new nose, but true beauty, orgasms, and fitness are earned. You cannot fake an athletic body. No one is born with peak fitness and a sculpted physique. It is a daily discipline. It's a reflection of your inner essence and drive and truth. And it's hot as fuck. This is what excites me, when people throw down for themselves. This is what makes my life exciting, the fact that I can change myself. I can transform every day into a newer, better version of me. Anytime, anywhere, any moment. I've seen memes talking about how the most dedicated gym people were once alcoholics and drug addicts, and now they've just redirected all of that obsessive energy. Okay, that tracks. People who have an intense amount of drive, if they don't direct it in a positive, creative way, will see that energy invert on them. It's like being underfucked. If you don't express your love and sensual passions somewhere, even into yourself, they misfire and you melt down all over the place. Hence the condition of fukme that we talk about in Anami Land, the disease of the underfucked. Some people might be lucky or karmically aligned enough to find their positive outlets early in life, and they stay on this track of channeling their energy positively. Some of us make detours into the underworld and have to crawl back into the light. I love this quote from Nietzsche. You need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star. It's true. The wisest, most charismatic, and beautiful people that I've ever met have worked through their shit. No shortcuts. People who don't fall down a dark hole of addiction often redirect in the soft, checked out limbo of HRT and pharmaceuticals, which are sold as shortcuts, but are essentially band-aids at best, and they create even more problems and ailments at worst. These people never use their challenges as opportunities. There is a spiritual cost to these shortcuts. I love the story about monarch butterflies. Some scientists were hatching their cocoons in a lab, watching them emerge out of their metamorphosis. A well-meaning man of science saw the almost born, almost transformed butterfly struggling to emerge out of its cocoon. Wanting to be helpful, the man of science broke open the chrysalis prematurely to make it easier for the butterfly to come out. And it did make it easier, but something curious happened to the butterfly. It had weak, crippled legs. It could barely stand up or even walk. What the man of science found is that the struggle was essential to the development of the butterfly. Without going through it and finding the inner resolve to break through and build its strength and resilience, it was weakened permanently. The whole act of fighting to push through its own walls was necessary for it to be tenacious enough to live its life in full form. I love this parallel to the human condition. Too many crutches along the way destroy our ability to break on through to the other side. We miss cultivating the spiritual wisdom and soul evolution that happens when we face our challenges head on. Not only strength, but beauty is forged through walking straight into the fire and facing it. There is no other way. And look, no one is perfect. No one hits it every time. We all have moments when we falter, we hesitate, we turn back. We turn back and run. It happens. And then you learn from it. You swallow the loss and you prepare and you train yourself to do better next time. The problem becomes when the sidestepping, avoidance, and crutches become a way of life. When people are selling the notion of inherent failure, of there's no way that you can do this as their product, this is so massively fucked up. Like these hormone hoes that I was talking about last week in the Study Bros, Hormone Hoes and Biohacking Bitches episode. These people's entire sales pitch is based on your body is inherently flawed. Your body is so dumb that it cannot possibly ever survive and thrive without the help of our drugs. It's the most shadiest street corner drug dealing fucktard sales pitch ever. And I actually do not understand how people are not more insulted and skeptical about this kind of snake oil. But I guess when it comes from a so-called authority and people want an excuse of why they can never be thin or fit or healthy or orgasmic by their own efforts, then it fits the bill. But that just tells you how normalized this philosophy of whining is, constantly reaffirming that people are simply born victims, victims of their bodies, of their biology. Gosh, sounds so rough. Good thing that I don't buy into this bullshit, nor do the well-fucked all-stars in Anamiland. Success in Anamiland is all about showing up, finding the inner strength within to persevere, and claiming your well-earned victories and orgasms. Hot, sexy, well-fucked, fit people with insane self-discipline and self-love? We are the minority now. But as a minority, we're not looking for your special treatment or your excuses or your handouts, because we know it's spiritual poison. We know that true achievements have to be earned. However, we are looking for each other. You will know them by their chiseled abs and confident swaggers, their sexy auras and open hearts. I will say it again. Being fit and well fucked truly are the ultimate status symbols. You cannot buy them. I mean, I guess you can get a butt lift or liposuction and some medical treatment, but muscles? Nah, you need to earn them. Your body reveals all. Every choice you make, every shortcut, or every self-disciplined decision. Being well-fucked is also an aura. It's the entire premise for my concept of the well-fucked woman and the well-fucked man. This is an energy that writes itself all over you. Timothy Leary once said this about being well-fucked. We were bursting with love and energy. Everyone we met responded. They wanted us to be around and they wanted to make it with us. There is no social unit as powerful as a couple, sexually secure and erotically in tune, let loose among the poor sexual isolates. Brilliant. Encapsulates it perfectly. For the record, poor sexual isolates can still be couples who are not having Anami-style gourmet sex, change your life, light you up from the inside encounters. Like I spoke about in last week's podcast, Study Bros, I just love saying this, hormone hoes, and biohacking beta bitches, well-fucked people don't go through all of the litany of health issues, reproductive or otherwise, that their underfucked counterparts do. The internal combustion engine of sexual alchemy heals. This is its job. It's the foundational health treatment that everyone ought to be having. And now there are all these studies coming out that even a few of the study bros, but not many because sex is still pretty taboo for most of them, are pointing to about intimacy and its restorative powers. Men who have intercourse at least twice a week are 45% less likely to develop serious heart disease. When a woman feels truly loved, her stress hormones regulate, inflammation is reduced, and her immune system is boosted. Husbands who kiss their wives before going to work live 5 years longer. Passionate kissing lowers cortisol, reduces inflammation, and boosts collagen production in the face. So, there it is. The science is in. Now, even the study bros can get behind this or bend over for it or whatever it is they do. They can't say it or think it themselves, but if a study tells them first, then they can. Love and intimacy and sexual connection amplify all the healing and restorative processes in your body. And as I said last week, I've seen this over the decades firsthand in my own life and relationships and in the tens of thousands of people I've worked with over the years. And like I said last week, I don't give a shit about studies. But when I see ones that confirm what I already know to be true via my intuition or my anecdotal and clinical observations in my work, I'll tuck them away and pull them out sometimes for the people who have yet to get over their blind allegiance to the study gods. So, come and join our community of well-fucked, fit, hot, bold, and adventurous multi-orgasmic people. These are my people. You can meet them in our salons and on the retreats we have planned for next year. On my website and kimanami.com, you can find all of our online salon offerings and the waitlist page for the 2026 retreats. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and send somebody else the gift of a multi-orgasmic and transformational love life by sharing this episode with them. If you'd like to go deeper into all things orgasms, sign up for my free Orgasmopedia series, where you'll learn about 9 different types of orgasms everyone can have. Go to kimanami.com and you'll see the sign up there. Come one, come all.